I'm really angry today. Why, you ask? Because of this. I had to fly all the way from Dehradun to Pune just to take care of all this mess. This is all my stuff, and all this is now bugging me. It's time to declutter, my friend.
My goal was simple: to clean till I reach a point where I could actually see the floor instead of the clutter. My plan? Well, that was simple too: to divide everything I had into 4 parts: throw, donate, sell, and keep. So, with a rock strong determination and taking Ashirwad from Monica Geller, I embarked on this brooding journey. And here is a time lapse of my 2 hours of mehnat for you guys. I went through each and every item and asked myself, do I need this? Do I actually use it? Or if I don't, can someone else utilize it? And if someone else can utilize it, can I actually make money out of it by selling it? Or should I donate it? After asking all these questions for most of my stuff, I did manage to divide everything into 4 parts. I realized that I actually did not need those thousands of shoe boxes that I was holding on to just because they were pretty. Once the shoe boxes were done, I moved on to the cupboard, which I did finally manage to sell off. So yeah, that was great. After that, I moved on to the kitchen items, which I will be honest was the most difficult items to sort. I mean, I had a lot of the repetitive things like 2 balan, 4-5 knives, a lot of spoons, a lot of forks. So there are a lot of items that I'm still indecisive about, and I decided to keep all those in the sell pile. If I am able to sell them, then it's great. Otherwise, I think I might just keep those. So after I was done cleaning, I divided it into 4 parts, as I already mentioned. This is my very embarrassing and huge throw pile. This is the donate pile. And this small section, plus there is one more section, this whole thing I have to sell. And this at the corner is my keep pile.
So it's been 2-3 days since I sorted out my stuff. The little updates: the donate pile, I just gave it away to my maid auntie that comes to clean my floor in my society, and she was more than happy to take all of it. In fact, even she went through the throw pile too to see if she could take out stuff that she would need. And then for the sell pile, see, in my society we have a buy sell group on Telegram, and I just listed out all the items that I wanted to sell and just wrote a price that I thought would be pretty reasonable for that item, and I posted it in that group. So honestly, this group is amazing, and mostly, like, I've used it before also, it works. But during this situation, there are more people who want to sell this stuff and less buyers, so there is an imbalance. So uski wajah se, except that cupboard, nothing else I was able to sell. So for that, I will try to keep on posting this ad till eventually someone buys it. If that doesn't work out in next 2-3 weeks, I'm just going to give away these sell items too. So when lockdown happened, a lot of people like me who lived in cities like Pune for their jobs actually had to rush back to their homes, leaving behind all the possession that they had and thinking that चलो एक दो वीक में वापस आ जाएंगे, but that एक दो week turned into months and now it's been a year, almost a year, and still we are working from home. And the funny thing is that last year I gave rent for the whole year even when I was not staying at that place. See, मैं rent दे रही थी to have a space जहाँ पे मैं अपना सामान, जो सामान मैं own करती हूँ वो मैं रख सकूँ. So like we pay rent for ourselves, right? But now we are paying rent for these things, for these items that we thought that we were buying to make our life easier, but now they're actually taking out money from our pockets. So when we buy items, what we think that they would serve a purpose, it would actually help in making our life easier. But during this lockdown period, these things that we possess suddenly turned into a huge burden. And last year, just because I had so much stuff and had to pay rent to keep that stuff, I think I wasted a lot of money. So irony is, while I was flying back to Pune, I was reading this book. I randomly picked out this book called Goodbye Things. It's by Fumio Sasaki. I hope that I'm pronouncing that correct. But it's on minimalistic living. I don't have a lot of idea about this, but like I started reading this book and it's such an amazing book which gave me perspective about a lot of things. I'm not saying I'm a minimalist in any way, but there are a lot of points in that book that I could take away. So there was this line where he said, if you're wondering whether you might need those seashells you picked up on the beach, then throw it away. You won't regret throwing it. I know it's a very normal line and it might not make sense to you, but it hit me like thunder because all these years, every time I went to a beach, I have always brought back a handful of shells. I kept thinking I was attached to them. I kept thinking these shells were somehow souvenirs and they would help me in remembering all these memories that I created, but I threw all those shells away last week, and trust me, even today the memories are as fresh. So yeah, it turns out मुझे actually इन shells की ज़रूरत नहीं थी. So yeah, those are my thoughts about decluttering, and I think it's a very important concept that needs to be discussed, and I wanted to record and share my experience with you guys. The idea was simple, that our possessions have become a burden, and I am sure you will come across a lot of things that you actually do not use, that you think you might use in future, but like you don't even remember when you bought it and why you bought it and when was the last time you actually needed that item. And I know during this time, like currently, a lot of people like me are still paying rent to keep their possession. And I just think it's a good time to consider going through those items and selling what you don't actually use much. I know you can argue that what if everything opens up and you require this item, but if you do not remember कि last time आपने ये item कब use किया था, then I am pretty sure कि future में भी आपको उसकी इतनी ज़रूरत नहीं पड़ेगी, and you can very easily declutter that item and clear out some space from your mind and clear out some physical space that items are consuming. So yeah, that was all for today's video. I hope you enjoyed or took something out from this video. So yeah, if you like the video and you want to support, you can like, comment, subscribe. It means a lot. Every subscribe, every comment, every like just motivates me to make these videos, because like most of the time I'm questioning myself about this YouTube endeavor, adventure, whatever you want to call it. So yeah, that's all for today. I'll see you next time. Peace.